Hey, how is everyone? Good to see you this evening. Welcome to It Takes All of Us, a virtual presentation celebrating the culmination of our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer movement and the American Cancer Society's Crucial Catch partnership with the National Football League and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Ernest Hooper, Regional Communications Director for the American Cancer Society, and I'm happy to be with you tonight. Whether it's raising funds for cancer research or lending comfort to those who are enduring a cancer journey in the middle of this pandemic, we've dealt with some serious hurdles impeding our ACS mission in 2020. While more hurdles may stand in our way, our determination remains unyielding. And one of the reasons we remain so determined is because we've received tremendous support from our sponsors. Here's a quick salute to those companies that have joined the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer movement. First, we have our Tampa sponsors and our Pinellas sponsors. Also, Sarasota Manatee sponsors. And our Southwest Florida sponsors. Our Pasco Hernando sponsors. And of course, our media sponsors. So here's the deal with tonight. This presentation will be made up of 4 segments, including this opening segment. At the end of each segment, we'll ask a question. Submit your answer in the chat. And if you get it right, you'll have a chance to win one of our 3 Publix gift cards. We have one gift card valued at $100, one valued at $150, and one valued at $200. After tonight's presentation, we'll go through, identify the correct answers, put those names and correct answers in a hat, and pull out 3 names. If you get 4 correct answers, you'll have 4 chances at winning one of the gift cards. So when I say pay attention because there's going to be a quiz, I mean pay attention because there's going to be a quiz. On Saturday, we'll invite all of our Making Strides participants to join Walk Your Way 2020, an innovative and customized way for you to still join us in the fight against breast cancer, even though we won't have our normal Strides walks throughout the region. This is your chance to take all of your favorite parts of the previous walks and make them your own. Dress up, play music, grab the children or pets, and create your own fun right where you are. Then at noon on this Sunday, the American Cancer Society will stage its virtual national presentation, Strides Live Across America, on YouTube and Facebook. We'll celebrate the Strides season with celebrity appearances, musical performances, and highlights from around the nation. Join us because you might even see someone you know. Also on Sunday, our Tampa Bay Buccaneers will launch their annual Treasure Chest 5K. This year, the Treasure Chest 5K will be a virtual 5K and fun run sponsored by Jabil, and it'll run from October 18th to October 31st. But it still benefits the American Cancer Society along with 3 of our community cancer fighting partners, Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida Cancer Specialists, and Advent Health. To sign up and learn more, visit www.buccaneers.com/race. That's www.buccaneers.com/race. And of course, all of Sunday's action culminates with the Buccaneers taking on the Green Bay Packers in their Crucial Catch game at 4:25 p.m. inside Raymond James. So with all of this going on, we thought this would be a great time to showcase our Crucial Catch effort. In the next 30 minutes, we'll learn more about the cancer journeys of key Buccaneers, Jordan Whitehead, Will Golston, and Coach Bruce Arians. Most of all, we'll look to infuse the cancer fighting community with hope, the kind of hope Tom Brady infused in Bucs fans when he joined Tampa Bay in the offseason, and the kind of hope that can help every patient, survivor, thriver, and caregiver endure this most difficult year. And as you know, the American Cancer Society's financial needs remain at a critical juncture when it comes to backing research and providing valued patient services. Our research funding is in danger of being reduced by 50% this year, which would be our lowest total this century. If you want to support our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer effort, please visit makingstrideswalk.org. Fundraising isn't all we do, but all we do depends on fundraising. That's why we've asked people across the region to help us promote the cause, including Tampa Mayor Jane Castor.
Hello, everyone. This is Mayor Jane Castor, and I want to send my thanks your way for participating in this year's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Tampa Bay. I'm certainly going to miss the crowds of walkers at Raymond James Stadium this year, but I'm sure we can create the same energy and enthusiasm online. The subject of breast cancer is very personal for me. My mom is a breast cancer survivor. I appreciate the hard work done by the American Cancer Society every day in our community, and I applaud each and every one of you for doing your part to end breast cancer. Next month's event will be the culmination of an entire year's hard work by thousands of enthusiastic supporters. And the money raised will go towards research that will someday find a cure for this terrible disease. The impact of COVID-19 on fundraising efforts this year has been substantial. So that means we all have to redouble our efforts to bring in as much support as possible. I'll do my part, and I know you'll all do the same. Thanks again for doing the life-saving work you've been doing, and keep up the great work.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Castor, for those encouraging words. We really appreciate it. Now, everyone, it's time for our first quiz question. I hope you guys are paying attention. Here's the question. What is the address to sign up for the Buccaneers Treasure Chest 5K Fun Run? Again, the question is, what is the web address to sign up for the Buccaneers Treasure Chest 5K Virtual 5K? Submit your answers in the chat. We'll collect those, and you'll have a chance to win one of our 3 Publix gift cards. All right, let's begin with our first segment. Since 2009, the partnership between the National Football League and the American Cancer Society has been committed to saving lives from cancer. Through fundraising, education, and awareness initiatives, Crucial Catch focuses on the prevention and early detection of multiple cancers, including breast cancer. Crucial Catch helps more people catch cancer early when it may be easier to treat. The Crucial Catch initiative also addresses the unequal burden of cancer in underserved communities. The partnership has raised more than $20 million. Let me repeat that. The partnership has raised more than $20 million and impacted more than 1 million people with education, screenings, and reminders in communities that need it most. Money raised through Crucial Catch supports the American Cancer Society's community health advocates implementing nationwide grants for empowerment and equity. That's the Change Program, as we like to call it. And those Change grants have gone to institutions right here in the Tampa Bay market. This program promotes health equity and addresses cancer early detection disparities through community-based cancer prevention programs. And it increases access to necessary cancer screenings. Let's take a look at the latest Crucial Catch promotion.
It takes my wife, Tina, noticing the bruises, encouraging me to go get screened.
It takes a loving mother who never missed a cancer treatment.
It takes support. It's not something a family can do on their own.
It takes my dad sleeping beside me in the hospital every night.
It takes losing my dad and grandfather to open my eyes to go get screened.
What a powerful message. It does indeed take all of us. It takes all of us to fight this dreaded disease. Crucial Catch allows players around the league, including Bucks Jordan Whitehead, to serve as ambassadors and raise awareness about a wide variety of cancer concerns. Jordan draws his inspiration from one of the players featured in the commercial you just watched, Pittsburgh Steelers running back James Conner. While teammates under coach Pat Narduzzi at the University of Pittsburgh, Jordan witnessed James' enduring cancer journey after he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Jordan spoke to American Cancer Society Senior Community Development Manager Mallory McLean about that experience and his role as a Crucial Catch ambassador.
Yeah, so it all really started when I was in college, and James Conner, that plays for the Steelers. That's my my brother now. But he started with him, and he had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I kind of remember just from that, when I first heard about it, it was kind of just, I was on my way to the ACC banquet for honors banquet, and I was with Coach Narduzzi, and he let me know, and it was just the first thing you hear of cancer is really is the worst. So it was scary then. I was with my family, so we talked about it a little bit, but that's the main reason why I support. And that's the biggest reason for me.
What was it like to be his supporter?
Oh yeah, it was good. He had a lot of people supporting him too, just because the whole team. But it was something that kind of just felt right to do. When I was getting recruited by Pitt, my official visit, James was my host, and it was just kind of felt like it was the right thing to do. And then I sat with him through a couple treatments, and just to see him really bounce back from going to treatment to coming to practice, it was motivation it should be for everybody, just how he was handling it. And it was a big part of my life.
So he went from treatment to practice?
Treatment to practice in the same 24 hours, it was unreal.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm sure it wasn't just you. I bet it was the whole team that stood there with him. Oh yeah, definitely. He had a lot of people supporting him. His roommate Rashid, and it was just it was good to see that during that time. It was good to see how positive he still was the whole time. He never showed signs of being down, and he just really battled it every day. Wow. Do you remember, was there ever a moment though when it was particularly tough for him? I would just say the treatments, the chemo treatments was definitely the hardest part. But it was just like you said, he knew he had to do it, and he had a lot of support, and he was willing to attack it, and just how he did, working out, doing the right things, just showed his commitment to it. So God bless it. It's fantastic. And now he's healthy. He's a survivor. What does it mean to you to be the Crucial Catch ambassador and watch the league honor cancer survivors every year? Right. So it just always humbles myself and reminds myself that I'm blessed and to be healthy and to be able to do what I do, play NFL. And just to see James, have cancer and beat it and chase his dreams in the NFL. So it's an honor, and it's bigger than myself, and it's bigger than NFL, for NFL doing this to show courage to the American Cancer Society and all the people who have cancer. So I reckon NFL does a great job on doing this. So I feel really blessed to be a part of this. Well, we're blessed to have you as our ambassador. And I have to ask finally, what would your message be to someone that's battling cancer right now? What would you want to say to them?
I would say like, like people beat cancer every day, and like, why not you be the next person to beat it? And like, really, that's like the biggest thing. Just keep attacking. Every day is a challenge, and like if you have any questions, I know James Conner will be free to talk to him, and you can tell him I said that. And then like he has a great story, and he's a great person. He'll change your narrative if you ever feel any doubt. So
I bet he's gonna get a lot of questions.
He'll come for me for it, but it's like.
All right. We want to thank Buccaneer safety Jordan Whitehead for that interview. And Jordan said it, so I'm going to back it up. If you want to reach James Conner and hear some words of inspiration, feel free to reach out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to take Jordan on his word on that. So thanks again, Jordan. And thanks again, Mallory. And let's hope, Mallory, that you don't get hired away by ESPN, because we need you here at the American Cancer Society. Now, time for our second quiz question. How much money has been raised through the Crucial Catch partnership between the NFL and the American Cancer Society? Again, how much money has been raised through the Crucial Catch partnership between the NFL and the American Cancer Society? If you want a chance to win one of our 3 Publix gift cards, put your answer in the chat right now. After this virtual presentation, we're going to sort it all out and we'll contact the winners. Okay? All right, time for our second segment. And we want to talk about health disparities. One of the reasons the American Cancer Society and the NFL focuses so closely on health disparities is because the issue is real and troubling. Just look at breast cancer. African American women are 40% more likely to die of breast cancer than white women overall, and are twice as likely to die if they are over the age of 50. Those are statistics that are all too familiar to former Buccaneer great and Pro Football Hall of Famer Derrick Brooks, who lost his mother to breast cancer. Now Brooks works as an executive for the Vinix Sports Group and the 2020 Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. Woohoo! Here is Derrick with some words of encouragement for all of those out there in the battle.
Hello, everyone. And let me first by saying good evening and thank you to all of you who are supporting the American Cancer Society tonight. I want to first start by saying that all efforts are very personal to me in terms of attacking this terrible disease. Many of you may know that my mom fought breast cancer for about 12 years before she went to her heavenly home. So I know this battle all too much within my own family. So I just want to encourage all of you to continue to support the American Cancer Society in whatever manner that you can. If you can do it with money, do it with money. Obviously, no amount is too small. If you could do it with your personal time, please volunteer. Staying safe while doing it to the best of your ability. No effort is too small when we're attacking this disease. And I just want to continue to encourage all of you partners to go out and recruit others. The more that we can continue, not only to find research and cures, but to continue to lift up those who are fighting this terrible disease, meaning all types of cancers, please do it. But thank you for your time this evening, and I pray that all of you are well. God bless. Take care.
All right, Derrick, we so appreciate those words of encouragement. Bucs defensive lineman Will Golston also knows the challenges of watching a mom fight breast cancer. I recently caught up with Will during this busy season while he was on his way to school to pick up his kids. With the help of American Cancer Society video wizard Meredith Tucker, we were able to put together this conversation. Let's hear the story of how Will helped this mother endure her cancer journey.
Well, this is a unique story. My mom found out she had cancer in 2009 while I was still in high school, but she didn't tell me until I was a freshman in college.
Wow.
So that was a really difficult process. It was a lot to try to grasp and understand from her perspective on why she didn't tell me. But as an adult now with kids, I do see where she was coming from. Just being able to keep herself mentally there and being able to stay strong but still lean on other people at the same time. There's a lot of times and situations where she would try to be too strong and to do everything herself. But then once she started to use everybody and understand that it was a community, I feel like the treatment started to get better. I started to see it, noticing how happy she was, because it was a dark time, to be honest with you. I don't know. I did. I kept all my emotions bottled up and tried to be, the strong young man that I was envisioned myself to be. My availability emotionally for her, I was there whenever she would need me or if she needed to call me, because I was in college. There's nothing that I can do. I had to visit her, tried to see her, tried to make sure I did everything I needed to do in school, not to stress her out. And just, if she needed my shoulder, she could lean on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a celebration. We had a good time. I remember it so vividly. I don't know if she would want me to share the story, but we partied. And we partied like it was nothing else to do the next day. And it was a beautiful moment, not just for me, but my whole entire family, to see her be able to persevere through so much, go through so much physically, mentally, and emotionally, and see her still be the same woman that we knew growing up. Very big deal for me. I appreciate it just to be able to get the awareness out for people to try to go get tested, make sure, check their body, the people who are going through all of the stuff, knowing that they have that support, just that structure for them to lean on. And I can see that the NFL is trying and putting effort and energy out there. I think it's an amazing thing, because cancer really hits my family in a different type of way. So. The message that I would deliver to them would be so much stuff that I could say, but I would let them know that for those who are going through it, you can get past it, you can beat it. You have to stay consistent and truly believe and keep your faith. For those who are supporting, sometimes you may get down, sometimes you may even get aggravated, but the battle is not yours. Not yours to fight alone. You are there to support. And as long as you can be kind and considerate and understand that you need to set your feelings to the side at times, or your emotions to the side at times, and just be there. Sometimes you might just be able to give a hug. You shouldn't give up either, because it's a very tough battle that both you all have to endure.
Mm-hmm.
Hope will bring you out of any dark hole. And like I say, that battle is a very dark battle. But just having hope, faith, and just believing that pull, I think that's at least 40% of the battle. They're just believing and knowing and believing in yourself and continue to never give up.
All right. That was Buccaneers defensive lineman Will Gholston. And now we want to thank Will, of course. And now it's time for another quiz question. Hopefully you were paying attention. Here's the question. When did Will Golston learn that doctors had diagnosed his mother with breast cancer? When did Will Golston learn that doctors had diagnosed his mother with breast cancer? Okay, that's our third question. And now, time for our next segment. During this pandemic, the cancer community has witnessed a precipitous decline in screenings since the pandemic fully emerged in March. The American Cancer Society recently noted that the COVID-19 pandemic has contributed to decreases in breast, colorectal, and cervical cancer screenings, and those declines have ranged between 86 and 94% compared to 3-year averages. Also, a National Cancer Institute study indicates that because we're losing the advantage of early detection, the number of breast cancer and colon cancer deaths could increase by 10,000 people beginning in 2021. At ACS, we consistently tell folks to check with your doctor if you've missed an annual screening or mammogram and discuss what's the best approach for you. It is certainly a concern that we have, and we want to make sure that you look into it and understand the importance of screenings. Now, we have a man who attributes his successful cancer journey to early detection. Bucks coach Bruce Arians. Coach Arians recently spoke to Fox 13's Linda Hurtado, the American Cancer Society's favorite Tampa Bay news anchor, about his cancer journey. Here's Coach with Linda.
You are a 3-time cancer survivor. For those who don't know, you were diagnosed with prostate, skin cancer, and kidney cancer. Do you remember what it felt like the first time you heard those words?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't think I remembered anything else the doctor said other than you have cancer. And then I just went blank. And, it was really hard times once you find out until you can be operated on. And for me, it was about 12 or 13 days. Those were long, long days till I was cancer free.
Who did you rely on the most in those first days when
my wife.
You said you were kind of numb?
My wife and my son and daughter. So yeah, you lean on family in those times, and you pour yourself into work so you don't have to think about it.
Let's talk about that. You did decide to work after your kidney cancer diagnosis, and you were quoted as saying, moving forward, I want to be a beacon of hope for others struggling with cancer. I'm coaching for everyone who's dealing with cancer. Why is it important for you to use your platform to coach for these cancer survivors?
I think anyone who has been told they have that C word needs to know there's hope. Needs to know that other people out there fighting with them and care about them and want to help them through their journey too.
What was the toughest part for you? Treatment-wise?
For me, I was very fortunate in that both operations, I did not have to have the chemo. They've got it all, and I was very, very lucky with early detection on both. And I beg people to get early detection so that you can nip it in the bud and it doesn't, hopefully not take your life. So yeah, I mean, for me, it was being told you have it until you're told you don't have it. And those are hard days.
So let's talk about that early detection. Is that how they found your cancers, like the skin cancer? And also, I was curious about the kidney cancer. How?
Yeah, the kidney cancer was very crazy. My brother and I were playing golf, and he had a belly button hernia. And it's like, so we took him to the hospital and fixed it. I said, I might have one of those same things. So I went and got an MRI and said, no, you've got a very small one, but there's 2 spots, one in your liver and one in your kidney, that we want to check out. So I was very, very fortunate looking for something else, and they found that.
Oh, wow. That is interesting. How has the cancer journey changed you? Do you find yourself now, maybe you just blow off things that you wouldn't have blown off before, laugh more, or are you more protective and guarded now?
Well, I think with COVID right now, you're a little more protected and guarded just because, supposedly you're at a more high risk. I was an asthmatic child too, so I have a lot of those factors, high blood pressure. So I had to be as careful as possible with COVID. But I think for me, it was thank God and let's keep on going. Let's live life every single day. It's like it's going to be your last.
So with the COVID-19 concerns, as a cancer survivor myself, I understand that. What protocols have been put in place for you, particularly to keep you healthy during the season?
Yeah, for me, it's doing the proper social distancing, always wearing a mask, and around the players, and I tried a shield, but they said really good sunglasses wrapped around were just as good protection for your eyes. And we got a great doctor here in Greg Skaggs, and all the protocols that the Bucs laid out for all of us. I feel very, very safe.
So traveling, going on the road, you are going to do all of that with the team.
Oh yeah, and our travel is so different than other sports. We go for 24 to 28 hours. We're back home. We're not there for 3 or 4 days.
Right. As a cancer survivor too, I wanted to ask this: do you ever fear the cancer coming back, and what do you do when those negative thoughts, find their?
Yeah, I think every time they take blood for a PSA, and you just cross your fingers, and when it comes back 0-0, you have a cocktail and be happy.
Very good. And so your overall inspirational message to those who may just find out today or tomorrow that they're diagnosed with some type of cancer is?
Have a very, very positive attitude. I mean, your attitude controls everything. And, I saw what happened with Chuck Pagano when he got leukemia, and how much football was such great medicine for him. Being involved, stay involved, live your life, and don't let it beat you.
Yeah.
All right, that was Bucs coach Bruce Arians with Fox 13 news anchor Linda Hurtado. We want to thank both of them for taking time to put that together. And, Coach Arians' cancer journey is not a story that he talks a lot about, but we are certainly inspired by his words and his experience. Now, time for our final quiz question. Here it is. Bucs coach Bruce Arians has a photo of a famous college football coach in his office. If you were paying attention to the video, you saw the photo. Name that coach. For Bucs coach Bruce Arians has a photo of a college football coach in his office. Put your answer in the chat for a chance to win one of our 3 Publix gift cards. We'll sort through the correct answers, put all the correct answers in a hat, draw 3 names, and we'll let you know. We'll contact you about who the winner is. All right, that's going to do it for our virtual presentation. But before we wrap up, just want to give you a couple of reminders. Again, we want to remind everyone to sign up for the Bucs Treasure Chest 5K virtual run and fun walk sponsored by Jabil. You can sign up at buccaneers.com/race. We also want to remind everyone to walk your way this Saturday in Pink Out Polk out in Imperial Polk County. And we want to remind everyone to tune in to the Bucs Crucial Catch game at 4:25 p.m. on Sunday against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. It'll be Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. I know you don't want to miss that. One other reminder, we're constantly looking for ways to stay connected to our supporters, donors, survivors, and thrivers. With that in mind, we'll have our next ACS Happy Half Hours on October 23rd at 8:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. You are certainly welcome to join us for those. You can find more information on our social media platforms, and they will again be next Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us. I want to give a special thanks to the ACF staffers who helped make this possible: Allison Martinez, Mallory McLean, Stephen Rose, and of course, our video wizard, Meredith Tucker, and our fearless leader, Wendy Johnson. And a very, very, very special thanks to Alan Barrett, Bucks Senior Manager, Community Public Relations, who helped connect us for those important player interviews. Also, a thanks to Bucks Communications Director, Nelson Luis. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We to being here and continue to keep up with all of our efforts at the American Cancer Society as we attack cancer from every angle. Cancer hasn't stopped, so neither will we.